Hi everyone, welcome back to Tectonic. Today we will be solving a simple and straightforward problem from LeetCode. Contains duplicate. We are given an array of integers called nums. Our task is to determine whether any value appears at least twice in the array. If any value is repeated, we return true. Otherwise, we return false. Let me show you with some few examples to clarify the problem. If the array is 1, 2, 3, 1, the output should be true because the number 1 appears twice. In the example 2, if nums is 1, 2, 3, 4, the output should be false because all elements are unique. And if you take example 3, we have 1 repeating thrice. In this case, we need to return true. Let's look at the algorithm we will be using to tackle this problem.
Let's take this array 1, 2, 3, 1. We will be returning true because 1 is repeated twice. We can solve this problem with the help of HashSet. The two major advantages of HashSet is that it can only accept unique elements, and the insertion or the lookup of the elements in the HashSet is of time complexity O of 1. This would be a very optimal way to solve this problem. Now, in the HashSet, we have a function called add which takes up element x, and it returns a boolean value either true or false. True will be returned whenever there is no element x in the hash set. It will add the element in the hash set and return true. And whenever we have an element x and when we again call the add function of x, it will return false. Now, if we loop through this array 1, 2, 3, 1, initially the element would be 1 and the hash set would be empty. When we try to call the function HashSet.add of 1, we will be returning true and the hash set would be containing 1. Now the second element would be 2. When we try to call the add function, it will return true and the hash set would be 1, 2. Now look, when we take the third value, which is 3, we will be returning true for this case and the hash set would be 1, 2, 3. Now if we try to go for the fourth element, which is 1, and call the HashSet function of add of 1, it will return false because we have already 1 in the HashSet. And with this help of this false condition, whenever we get a false from a HashSet.add function, we can directly say that the element has been duplicated and we can return true to the main function. Now let's try to code this algorithm and check.
Let's create an hash set which takes up integer values. Let's name it as scene. Now let's loop through the array. Inside the loop, we will use the add method of the hash set. And if the add method returns false, it means that number is already in the hash set. Then we have found the duplicate and we can return true directly. So if scene.add of num returns false, then we can directly return true. And if the loop completes without finding any duplicates, we can directly return false, stating that array has all unique elements. Let's try to run this code and submit. We can see that the code beats 99.29%. And that's it for today's video. I hope this explanation helped you to understand how to solve the contains duplicate problem. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe and comment to Tectonic for more coding tutorials. See you.